Oh, say does.
Well, two of the best guards in the league going at it today, Grant. Is there a bit of bragging rights on the line?
You know, maybe not for the players themselves, BA, but the fans will absolutely use this game as evidence when they argue why their guy is the best.
Now, New York starting five. We've got Jackson, and it's Derrickson in at the shooting guard position.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Once he gets in deep on the defense, there is no way he's missing a layup like that.
Here's Royal. Pass to Fields. Right wing. Shot clock at 6. Craig with a steal. And it's flushed down. A nice jam.
What a two-way play. Just tremendous.
Yeah, the steal was slick. The slam topped it off.
And that is why you want to run off turnovers. Get down the floor before the defense is set.
Now here's Jackson. In his last outing, 16 points for him. New York working the ball around now. 4 on the clock. With 1 on the clock. And the dunk by Jackson.
And that's why you don't give up on the glass.
Man, his efforts well rewarded right there.
Well, that's what he does. He makes an impact with his activity on the board.
And yep, it's good.
Attacking in the painted area. Clearly that was their game plan coming in.
Here's Fields, defended by Craig. Pass to Royal. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
Heady play to stop that easy layup right there. I mean, make him earn it at the line.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. That one's off. He hits the second from the line. Here in the first quarter with about 2 minutes gone by. All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Well, Billy Donovan had a few moments to share with me. There is a clear game plan that Coach has in mind for Devin Booker tonight. He told me, quote, Devin doesn't respond well to getting doubled. You can't do it every time because he'll pick you apart, but we'll send the extra man his way more than once. That I can guarantee. Guys, back to you.
All right, Allie, thanks once again. Craig capitalizes off the crossover.
Now, you want to get him going as soon as possible. Great way for him to start this game.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, if he gets into a good rhythm early, watch out.
Here's Royal, a go-to option for this team. He puts up nearly 17 a game.
Rock solid screen right there. The defender got complete.
Oh, are you kidding me?
My goodness.
Just rising up to the rim.
Man, when he gets up there, he gets up there. You know what I'm saying? Thanks to the AT&T Connected Cam for the up-close and personal view of that slam. Here's Royal. And here in the first, about 3 minutes in. Well, Grant, Tobias Harris has been around the league. What's his best asset?
You know, I think it's his reliability and versatility. Harris is always on the floor, having led the NBA in games played multiple times. And he just gets the job done. Putting some extra juice on that tomahawk, fellas. No one is going to stop that.
Man, when he's coming in with that level of force, that's just too much right there. And there's the rejection. Wow, potent offense. It's been fun to watch.
Just aggressive and effective. Taking it right to the defense.
Craig, no good.
We all know he's a good shooter. But from that distance, I don't think so.
Yeah, it seems like everybody's jacking him up from way out there these days. You want guys to stay within themselves.
How about that elevated look on the AT&T Connected Cam? gone 6 of 9 and finding their rhythm now. Craig passes to Craig. Wasted no time with that shot, but it's off the mark. New York trails by 6. Here's Fields. And Craig pulls it down.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
There's no air space there whatsoever. That's as close as you can get without foul.
A knockdown shooter if I ever saw one. Con Knippel is a constant threat on the perimeter, Grant.
Yeah, Knippel is a high-level floor spacer. He has a great feel for the game and makes solid reads.
Take a break.
Plus, his strong frame allows him to match up with bigger wings.
He knocks down the first one. Stan, we're in the thick of the season. How hard is it to keep your guys engaged right now?
Well, it's the biggest challenge for a coach, to get your players to continue to listen and to continue to try to improve. You have to figure out the best way to communicate, and that's different on a player-by-player basis.
And so he hits both.
I'm sure they don't want to send him to the line. That has to be in their scouting report.
And David Adelman wants a timeout. Coach probably just checking to make sure everybody's on the same page here.
Get ready for your dance team.
As we head towards the playoffs, let's see where the Eastern Conference standings sit. You take a look at the home team. At the midway point of the season, they're in 4th place in their respective conference. New York trails by 8. Pass to Derrickson. Now here's Jackson. Craig with a steal. Jumps up. Throw it down on the breakaway jam.
The offensive game plan is clear. Get it inside and go to work.
Yeah, and until the defense makes an adjustment, there's no reason to go away from what they're doing.
Here's Fields. Shot clock at 5. Over Gilgeous-Alexander. He drains it as the shot clock ticks down.
Well, he's such a natural talent. Has all the skill needed to produce at a high level.
Back to Craig. The steal. And here's the fast break. And he lays it in off the breakaway. Gotten 7 of their first 12 shots to go. Outside Gilgeous-Alexander. Back to Craig. Craig with a screen. There's the triple. And it's New York with a rebound.
Yeah, they were swept in this matchup last season, running against expectations.
And Craig pulls it down.
Well, that's the look he wanted, but the defense doing just enough to impact that shot.
Here's Derrickson. And some very quick points for him on that possession.
I love seeing a player pass up his own shot to create a great look for a teammate.
Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Craig. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. No good from outside. New York trails by 4. Pass to Fields. Shoots. And it's New York scoring again.
They've closed the gap over the last few possessions. But can they push through and grab the lead?
Well, with all the momentum they've built up, I don't see this run stopping anytime soon.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Lets it go from the baseline and nails it.
Well, he got to his spot in the mid-range, and that's a shot he's going to make more often than not.
And David Adelman wants a timeout. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust. I wonder, he's checked in for Craig. And right here on the 2K leaderboard, the best rebounding teams of the past 10 games.
And over the last 10 games, this team has brought it to the glass. Everyone is getting involved and trying to help one another secure boards.
New York trails by 4. Pass to Derrickson. Now Jackson. Here's Derrickson. From outside the arc. Fields can't get it to go.
He is just so deadly from out there. You expect that to fall.
Craig, good.
Credit their discipline. They've been working for high percentage shots.
For New York, they've got half their attempts to go. 6 of 12. Craig with a steal. And down it goes. Jam that one home.
Can you say immediate entry into the highlight reel? Woo, what a tough BA.
It's showtime now, man. They've built up a lead, and they're starting to rub it in. Here's Fields with the putback. It's good on the putback.
Well, that was just great timing and playing with a high motor.
Craig passes to Awandu. And the call is going to be, yes, an illegal screen. All right, a moment to check out some numbers for him.
The screener was leaning a bit right there. His feet may not have been planted. Pretty obvious call by the officials.
Look, you can get away with a lot in terms of screens today, but you can't make it that obvious.
New York trails by 6. Here's Derrickson. An important role in this offense, averaging around 12.5 per game. To the middle. Laid it in with a nice touch off the window. Derrickson's gotten his second bucket on the night.
Boy, oh boy. Both teams lighting it up to start this game.
Yeah, and I'm sure both coaches would like to see more defensive intensity from their teams.
From deep, Harper. Missed it. Now 0 for 1 on this game.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Pass to Derrickson. New York working the ball around now. The rebound by Awandu.
Well, and even though he couldn't get that one to fall, that's a shot they want him taking.
Craig is locked in. Drains his 5th shot in as many attempts.
Yeah, this quarter's all about him. He's just dominating at the offensive end.
A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Hey, Brian. Tyrese Maxey, a late first-round pick back in 2020, but he's become an all-star. He said, quote, "I've always had that chip with me from day one. I had to earn everything I got from a basketball perspective and make a name for myself. I try hard to foresee and envision this." Back to you guys.
The drive for greatness. All right, Allie, appreciate the report. 32 seconds left in the opening quarter. Puts up a deep 3. And it's New York with a rebound.
And I think they were prepared to face pressure D, but that never materialized, so they took advantage.
And you could sense the difference in energy. They were keyed up, jumping on mistakes. They just outworked them.
Inside. Pass to Harper. From deep. And no good. And that concludes the first quarter of play. Up 6. And for those of you just tuning in, second quarter action is where we are. And from what we've seen here from the home team, what's your take so far?
Well, there's no reason to take risky shots when you can collect points at the rim.
Yeah, they've made a point to get inside on this defense, and it's been working like a charm early on.
They've got Harper, also Green out there, and it's Craig in at the 4. And for New York,
and this kind of play is only going to grow their lead, holding the other guys down on defense and converting on the turnover.
buries it from 3. He's got 7.
Terrific ball movement leading to the basket. You love to see it.
And we're now about a minute into this second quarter of play. Green covering, and he goes up strong with a one-handed jam.
Impressive one-hand slam right there, B.A.
Man, as long as he's confident about it, I'm good with it. Maybe use 2 hands next time. He knows where he is. What you appreciate about Colin Sexton, he's very team-minded offensively, Coach.
Yeah, he sees the big picture, works hard to make smart plays. Sometimes it's a pass, and other times, Brian, it's finishing the possession.
Pass to Thorpe. Shots blocked. Knocked loose. And here in the second, 2 minutes gone by. Just 5 on the clock. The three. New York again can't hit.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
Pass to Craig. Left side Craig. Blocked. Fast break. Here comes New York. Ooh, finishes with style. A double clutch jam.
Oh, man, he got fancy with that finish.
He may be trying to provide the spark they need to break this one open.
His strong shooting has really helped them secure this lead.
There's the three. Hey, in 6 attempts, he's made 5. Talk about efficiency.
He's really finding his rhythm here. I mean, smart move to keep feeding him the ball.
Yeah, when you have a guy playing like he has been recently, he's got to be the first option on every possession.
And so Billy Donovan calls timeout. He'll take the opportunity to regroup.
The offense on the court, your home squad. Who wants a t-shirt? Make some noise!
Take an early look at our contenders for this year's dunk contest. No matter who ends up competing, you know it's going to be a show.
And the best part, B.A., every year we see something different, something new. I can't wait.
You look at Craig, and I could see him moving even higher up in the ranks. He's certainly a talented guy up in the air.
He is for sure, but this list is just packed with real aerial artists. This dunk contest is really going to be something special.
And as All-Star Weekend gets closer, we'll of course update you on how things are looking. But this year already promises plenty of standout performances.
Yeah, this is going to be a dunk contest you don't want to miss.
And Stan, the importance of team chemistry. Why is it so hard to win without it?
Well, look, Brian, it's not just talent. The talent has to fit together. Guys have to complement each other. Sometimes you see teams where you've got 2 really talented guys or 3 really talented guys, but their games are the same. That won't work. You need complementary talent. And when you have it, things come together quickly.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. Gotten just 2 of 6 field goals to go in the second. And they're on the run. Oh, hammer it home.
Woo! Nice.
And he goes in for the dunk.
Oh, save that for the dunk contest. That flush was so extra.
Whether or not this game is close, he's the same guy, focused on finishing firm at the rim. And here's New York now. They're on a 14-2 run here.
First personal foul, second team foul.
Pass to Thorpe. Here's Royal. 6 to shoot. There's a screen. Over Craig. Royal can't get it to go. Shooting the rock well at 46%. Gilgeous-Alexander with the ball. He's averaging more than 12 a game. A consistent threat on offense. He hits that one. 2 for 5 now.
Woo, just selling the defense on the pump fake.
And here's New York now. They're on a 14-4 run. Gilgeous-Alexander defending. He gets it. He's 7 for 8 and really going at him out there.
And what's working here? Each guy is willing to make the next pass.
Gotten 5 of 8 attempts to drop since the second began. Outside Craig. Fires from deep. That's good from Craig. On the assist from Craig. Craig's got 5.
Well, those go down for him in his sleep.
Pass to Royal. New York working the ball around now. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own. 19 points in the game.
Well, they just need to keep getting him the ball. He has been terrific this quarter.
And so Billy Donovan calls timeout. He's going to take a moment to give him a breather and talk things over. Chance to take a look at the teams that are wreaking havoc with their defense this past month.
Well, you have to praise their defense over the last month. They've been working as a team to put almost constant pressure on opposing offenses. Just terrific stuff.
New York on D. 4-point game. Craig passes to Gilgeous-Alexander. Here's Awandu. He's scoreless, and that one's good. For New York, they've gone 7 for 11 in the second quarter. Pass to Royal. Misses in close. Gone 5 of 10 in the second quarter. Goes up on the baseline, and that one makes him 2 for 2. He's in his rhythm. And for New York, their shooting has been good, around 52% from the field. Over to the wing. Here's Fields, defended by Craig. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket is good, and he'll go to the line.
Well, that's where you want to be, getting those easy money looks.
And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for New York.
Well, the thing about hitting early threes, it spaces the floor and makes things a lot easier offensively.
And what's more, they're getting their feet wet down there in the paint early on. Not shying away at all, taking it inside. What a great way to start.
Gone 6 of 11 here in the second quarter. Craig passes to Craig. Deflects the pass. Pass to Fields. Here's Thorpe. 10 points in his last outing. Here's Royal. And a two-handed jam.
Attacking the rim with power.
Tremendous finish. Gilgeous-Alexander on the wing. His last outing, he had 24 points. That one falls. He's now 1 for 3.
Easy shot for him. He'll take that every time up the floor.
Pass to Derrickson. Here's Royal.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
Here's Derrickson. In his last outing, 16 points for him. They set a pick. 6 on the shot clock. Fields can't get it to go.
Well, he hasn't had a great night shooting the ball, but they're in the lead, and that's the only thing that matters.
Now that's how you rock the rim. Give him the 2 points and add a little style there as well.
Ridiculous. Pass to Royal. And Craig pulls it down. Craig's got 5 rebounds in the game.
One reason this game is so tight is because both teams are hitting the boards with reckless abandon. Now that takes serious effort and a light touch.
No need to overdo it. Just lightly tip it in. Here's Fields. Defended by Craig. New York again can't hit.
Well, credit the defense there. Bothered him enough that he couldn't get it to go down.
Craig, good.
Well, that's a smart pass in close quarters.
There's 45 seconds left in the second quarter. Pass to Derrickson. There's the drive. Soft touch off the glass. Derrickson's got his 3rd basket of the night.
Well, when you move the ball, you open up the defense. Great job to make the unselfish play.
And here's Gilgeous-Alexander. The 3 from Craig. Knocks down the triple. Craig's got 6 points in the quarter.
Well, you love assisted hoops. That's good offense.
Here's Royal. Step back and fire. And so a close game as we wrap up the first half of play. They're up by 4. And don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3.
One thing that's helped tonight, their three-point shooting. Those triples add up fast, don't that, Kenny?
That's why I shoot them. If they have 4s, I take them too. But here's one thing. You have to have floor balance, and you have to really create clean looks, though.
Changing gears a little now, guys, what do you make of the All-Star voting results so far?
At times in the past, we've teased the fans for how they voted. But it's not easy, man. There's a lot of talented guys out here. I love to see who's leading so far.
Don't give them too much credit, Kenny. Some fans know what they're talking about, most don't.
And that's a wrap on halftime. Thanks for watching as we send you back to BA to call the second half.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during halftime. New York trails by 4. Takes the 3. Knocks it down from distance. Royals got 11 points.
The defense really fell apart there. You can't afford to leave them all alone at the arc.
And for New York, we've got Jackson, and it's Royal in at the 4. Craig with a screen. Goes up from the top of the key. Craig, good. 10 points for him. And for New York, they're shooting around 51%. That's a good number. Here's Royal. From 11 feet away, And he knocks the jumper down. Royals gone 4 for 9 from the field. And about a minute of action so far in the third quarter. Pass to Craig from behind the arc. And he drains it. A solid 5 for 6 now.
That's inexcusable defense right there. You gotta contest the shot better than that. Showing great vision in delivering the pass out in front.
Third quarter of basketball. We're about a minute and a half in. From deep. And it's New York with a rebound. Jackson's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Here's Fields. He's got 5. Shot clock at 6. Shoots a fadeaway. That one's no good. 9 for 11 from the field.
Only their first miss in 4 attempts. It's been a great start to the half.
The 3 from Craig. And it's New York with a rebound. Jackson's got 6 rebounds in the game. Pass to Fields for the lead. He can't get it to go.
Well, his shot selection's been poor. If I were coaching this team, he'd be sitting next to me.
Got it. Craig's got 14.
Well, the players will say, mouse in the house. Great job to use his size to expose the smaller defender inside.
Here's Royal, defended by Craig. Takes a 3. And Craig pulls it down.
That's his shot. And one, I'm sure, he wants back.
Oh, got that bucket in no time at all. Craig's got 4 points in the quarter. New York trails by 6. Right around 3 minutes into this second half. Pass to Royal. Craig with a steal. That one drops for him. Give him 8 points now.
And they're playing rock-solid basketball right now. Really starting to see that lead grow.
Well, that third quarter is when you want to increase your lead. Really building it up before that final quarter.
And David Adelman wants a timeout. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. Quickly glance at who in this year's rookie class is leading their group in blocks this season.
Harper, Green.
Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. Jackson, right side.
Old team foul. Craig. Second personal foul. First team foul.
Here's Fields. Green covering. Down low. Jackson gets the bucket. Jackson's got 6.
When it's this close, every bucket matters. You need good looks.
Here's Harper. No points so far. Pass to Green. Fires for 3. Hits the trifecta.
Easy look when the defender isn't fighting over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
Here's Fields. Here's Royal. He's got 13. Clock at 6.
Nice rebound. Trying to match the other team's intensity right now.
And it's rejected. And that goes out of bounds. They'll keep possession. And that shot was going nowhere thanks to that aggressive swat.
Oh, now that was a block. Some much-needed energy there to jumpstart them back into this game.
Outside, Green. The 3 ball. Gets the three to fall. Green's got 6 here in the quarter.
And in the second half here, they're shooting a terrific percentage from 3.
All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Thanks, guys. So what's the difference between the diehard fans and the casuals? Well, Kevin Durant said some fans get programmed to just think about free agency and drama, and they only care about the finals and players' legacies. But he's hoping the fans lock in on the game itself, not just the storylines. Back over to you.
It's a good point. Okay, Allie, thanks a lot.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good. Good on the second, so he makes them both. And Grant, many of the newer rules have helped unlock offenses. Any need to help out the defense?
You know, I think the rules are fine, B.A. It's just about allowing defenders to do their job and limiting the cheap foul calls so they can stay on the floor.
And a moment to check out who New York has coming up. On Sunday, and then on Tuesday.
They're looking at an almost ideal stretch of schedule. Games they can win all on home court. They'd have to really go cold to not have these next couple games go their way.
And he makes the first. And both free throws good for Green. New York trails by 12. Here's Fields. He's got 7. Another shot. And a foul call on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
Third team foul. At the line for the away team, Jackson. 2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he drops the first. He's perfect from the line this time.
And they've done well from the free throw line this half. No misses yet.
Now Green. Give him 8 points now. A deep 3. That shot off the mark. New York trails by 10. Pass to Derrickson. Here's Jackson. Defended by Craig. New York working the ball around now. Here's Fields. 6 on the shot clock. Lets it go from deep. And Craig pulls it down. Craig's got rebound number 7 tonight. From deep, Harper. And it's New York with a rebound. Here's Derrickson. 6 points for him. The 3 is up. Up again. Great positioning on the putback.
Looks like we're starting to see a pattern here. Not afraid to get in the paint and get wet.
And so Billy Donovan calls timeout. He's going to take a minute to regroup with his players. Here's Craig. He's got 12. Here's Green. And the 17-footer goes down. Green's got 10 points in just the second half.
Well, what a quarter he's had. You can tell he's in the flow. They should be looking for him every possession.
Pass to Fields. Jackson, the screen. 6 to shoot. Looking to get it going. And it's good on the layup. Fields has got 9 points.
Hey, they're just getting pushed around inside.
From deep. And it's New York with a rebound. 4-3. The rebound by Awandu. Awandu's got 4 rebounds in the game.
Well, this period, he's been his own worst enemy, and now he's pressing.
Here's Harper. Yet to see a basket. Lets it go from 11. Doesn't go for him. New York trails by 8. On the take. Pass to Derrickson.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
Jackson, right side. Craig with a steal. And that one is stuffed right through.
What a two-way play. Just tremendous.
Yeah, the steal was slick. The slam topped it off.
And that is why you want to run off turnovers. Get down the floor before the defense is set.
Pass to Derrickson. Shoots over Harper. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. Give him 8.
That's a fantastic feed right there. Kicking it out for the good look. Plays like this really help team chemistry.
From deep three-point land. Can't hit that one. New York trails by 8. Here's Fields. He's got 9. Jackson with a screen on Green. And there's the turnover. Pass goes out of bounds. And now let's take a look at the scoring breakdown tonight as divided up between the starters and the reserves for New York.
Substitution on the court.
.102 left in the third. Gilgeous-Alexander looking it over. Cashes it in from 11 feet. Gilgeous-Alexander's got his 3rd basket on the night right there.
And this is what you want to do when you've got a big lead. You must stay aggressive.
Yeah, they're being absolutely relentless. Building this lead in every way possible.
5 on the clock. And Craig pulls it down. Shooting an excellent rate of 56% on the third quarter. Fields the pass to Thorpe. Here's Fields, defended by Craig.
You'd like to let the clock run and take the final shot.
Yeah, unless it's a gimme, there's no reason to put up an early shot here.
Here's Thorpe. Counted from distance. Thorpe's got his 2nd bucket of the night.
Well, the efficiency is there, but not the volume. He needs to start doing this every trip down the floor to close the gap.
The third quarter comes to a close. They're up 7. And we'll have the start of the 4th quarter for you as soon as we get back from this short break. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
And from the 2-guard spot, an unselfish play like this sets a fantastic tone.
Yeah, well, he looked like a pass-first point guard on this assist. Incredible instinct to feel the play develop and set up the score.
The 4th quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. And it's Craig in at the center position. Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He's covered closely. And the ball ends up out of bounds. And they'll keep possession.
Almost had the steal. You have to love the pressure defense.
Yeah, deflections are a stat that a lot of teams track, disrupting the offense's rhythm and flow.
Just 5 to shoot. Here's Awandu. With nobody on him, he buries that jumper.
Well, for him, it hasn't been a big night. With his reputation, they've used him more as a decoy.
Pass to Royal. From about 19. Craig pulls it down. Royal's gone 4 of 12 from the floor. Craig passes to Craig. Here we go, all alone. Ahead. Oh, a great 1-2 punch. Beautiful pass and a nasty jam.
Did you guys see that? What an insane slam.
Man, you got to have some hang time to pull that off. Pass to Derrickson. First minute and a half of basketball played here in the fourth. Shooting an efficient 57% tonight. Nwandu, no good. New York trails by 7. Here's Thorpe. Pass to Royal. Three-pointer. Sinks the tray.
Well, he's been more confident shooting it since the half. Let's see if that trend continues.
Outside Craig. Outside Craig. And it's New York with a rebound.
Wow. Missed the easy one right there, right at the rim, but came up empty.
Just under 2.5 minutes gone by now in the final quarter. New York working the ball around now. 4 on the clock. Here's Royal. No good from outside. He got his defender off his feet with a pump fake, but couldn't knock it down. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Now Craig. To the wing on the left. And the 3 off target.
Excellent work defensively. That's how you guard a three-point shooter of his caliber.
Royal can't get it to go.
Well, you can tell he's forcing things a bit at the moment. He's been trying to get it going, but this hasn't been his quarter. It's those kind of passes that bring up the entire team's confidence.
Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've played about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter here.
Yeah, those shots from him are certainly not helping their case.
Throws it up high, and an emphatic jam on the lob.
And the lead increases on a crazy offensive sequence.
Man, the dunk alone would have been incredible, let alone the fact that it came off a 10-point pass. And so David Adelman calls for the timeout. He wants their game plan to be crystal clear at this point.
Fans, make some noise for your dance team.
Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
I had a chance to find out what New York's coach was going over with his guys. Coach wanted his guys to ignore the scoreboard. He said, don't even look at the numbers. Just take it possession by possession, make every chance count, and we'll see where we stand at the end of this game. Back to you guys.
And Allie, thanks. Outside Craig. Fires the 3. Drains the triple.
And they're refusing to take a break, even with a nice lead. They just continue to attack. You have to love it.
Yeah, to put together this kind of performance at both ends of the floor on the road, it's impressive.
Jackson, pass to Fields. Here's Royal, defended by Craig. To halt the run. Royal can't get it to go.
In the second half, it seems like they've given him the green light. Might want to rethink that.
Pass to Harper. The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. One free throw coming his way.
And it gets even worse for them. I mean, he just waltzes down the lane, extending their advantage. Not good.
Well, it's not going to get any easier if they can't improve their defensive intensity. They got to show some fight.
Here's Fields. Lets it fly, and he connects with a jumper.
Rock solid screen right there. The defender got completely lost.
Yeah, you've got to lock and trail hard. You can't allow him a clean look from that.
Here's Harper. The shot won't fall.
Well, sometimes it's just not your night. But despite his struggles, they're ahead in the game. Well, we know what kind of scorer he is, but he could use a little help.
Now here's Craig. The D's right on him. Green up top. From the top of the key, he buries it. Green's got 12 points in just the second half.
That's been typical of their performance today. They're sharing the ball and creating good shots.
Here's Fields. Green covering. Just blocked. Beyond the arc. And it's Thorpe with a rebound. New York trails by 12. Pass to Fields. To the middle. The three. And again, New York with the triple.
And he's leading the charge for them. But let's be honest, he needs more help if they're going to get out in front.
Well, consistent scoring is a good foundation for a comeback. They can't be wasting possessions now.
And timeout is called by Billy Donovan. Coach clearly has something he wants to say to his team right now. Here's Craig. Outside Craig. Outside Craig. And a miss there on the triple. New York trails by 9. Here's Derrickson. Pass to Jackson. The ball's knocked loose. Here's Derrickson. New York working the ball around now. Shot clock at 6. The miss in the face of great defense. Now here's Craig. Outside Craig. Puts up the tray, and he nails it.
Draining his first 3 of the game, no doubt hoping to build up a little momentum from outside.
Here's Derrickson. Jackson down low. Craig's there. Oh, it misses. Gotten 7 to go out of 13 attempts during the fourth. Now here's Craig. Tight defense on him. From deep. The 3 is in.
The defense was just nowhere to be found. And because of that, adds to their lead.
Yeah, look, the truth is, he doesn't need much space anyway. But that one was too easy.
Here's Royal, defended by Craig. Tosses it up. The defensive pressure was right there.
Something's off about him this quarter.
Yeah, and sometimes guys just start pressing. The best thing for him is to just slow it down and concentrate on solid shot selection.
Cash from downtown.
Really feels like they're in control. They've got a big lead with time dwindling.
Yeah, and at this point, the focus is take care of the ball, no needless fouls, and no threes.
Here's Fields. One thing you hear coaches like Steve Kerr say, let's not gift foul calls that you'd never tolerate in a pickup game. You agree?
I absolutely agree, B.A., and I think Steve Kerr has gotten that across to the league in the way guys officiate now, and I think that's good. Let's call fouls when a guy's trying to score, trying to make an offensive play, and we actually foul him. Let's not reward guys when their only objective is to try to get fouled, jumping into people.
Jacks up a three. No good.
And even after airtight defense like that, you still just expect him to hit those kind of shots.
Shot and game clock separated by 5. Out of bounds. It'll be New York's ball.
Ball goes to New York. Substitution on the court.
Here's Brockington. So the home crowd happy here as they get the victory. We saw 2 different teams tonight. One played with confidence, operating flawlessly. The other just looked lost.
And the energy in this building was awesome.